Welcome. It is the Ski Bum Podcast, episode number 347. It is your pals, Mario and Brian. Mario, what's up?
Feeling good today. 347? Holy moly, we're on with a magic 350s coming. We got to do something special. We always say that, and then we got to get motivated to do something.
You know, we actually did not celebrate our 10-year anniversary, which actually happened back in March.
Fucking 10 years.
Because it's been so crazy. Can you believe we've been doing this for 10 years?
I'm writing down notes for the big party later in this year, maybe in November.
Oh, 10 years. Times have changed. Yes. We need like a 10-year anniversary party.
And 350.
And it's almost the summertime, which will be our main topic today. We're talking about the summer, what we're doing, what we're up to. We know we've been a little bit less than on schedule for our episodes, but we're working to fix that for the fall. We're just trying to have some fun, trying to put together some good stuff to get you through until ski season starts again. So thank you for listening. We do appreciate it. Check us out, skibumpodcast.com. We are on the socials, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Untapped. We are at Ski Bum Podcast. Send us an email, skibumpodcast@gmail.com. Are you looking for some workout gear? You want to stay in shape in the summer?
This is the time to do it.
This is the time. There's no other time but now.
We're officially in almost ski season.
That's right. I will tell you, my favorite gear to wear when I'm working out is 10,000. Check out their gear at 10,000.cc. Athlete-led design, iron sharpens iron. Their slogan is better than yesterday. At the heart of 10,000 is the idea of pursuit in business, fitness, life, and skiing. They believe in moving forward with a quiet dedication to constant improvement and becoming just a little bit better than you were yesterday. Go to the website, use the code BSchneider15, BSCHNEIDER15 for 15% off. I'm rocking the interval shorts. I actually just bought a pair of their like regular, it's the tactical utility shorts. They are the best pair of shorts I've ever worn. They're not paying me to say that. I'm just saying that. They are that awesome. And I bought a pair of their tactical utility pants also. Nice. Absolutely the best stuff. Their stuff is so good. That said, I did buy a pair of socks. After wearing it once, I got a hole in the top. So I'm going to reach out to them and hopefully get a new pair. But other than that, everything's great. 10,000.cc. A huge fan. Love their stuff. Check it out. Mario, let's kick this off with what we do best.
It's time for Après Today.
So it's been a while. It's been a minute. We've been both really busy, and then the summer came, and I think that kind of put a damper on a lot of ski talk for us for a little bit. But we're back strong. And I tell you what, I got something this weekend, just this past weekend, did a little shopping. And you know, it's funny. I lead such a busy life that like I don't do a lot of like shopping. It's all Amazon and then move on and do other stuff and like just busy. I actually took some time out, and it was kind of relaxing to stroll into a nice liquor store and bought some nice goodies.
I thought you were looking at furniture, perhaps, or some doilies.
Furniture, there's got to be a whole thing I need. Like, I don't need furniture. Like, dude, we got Lazy Boys. Like, that was it. That was the big purchase. Like, we spent a shitload of money on Lazy Boys, and I fall asleep on those things every day. So it's kind of like every night I'm sitting in there just crashing out. I'm like, these things are magic. But yeah, so I went in and I got my Après today. I'll say it's another bourbon. Look at that. Look at that nice color.
That is in serious pour there glass. Too.
There's no ice in that. And that's because I've been drinking this for quite a bit.
Wowza.
And it's always nice when you're drinking casually. We were catching up, and I look at the bottle. I'm like, I put a good dent in this thing already. So I went with our good friends at Whistle Pig. So I got the Whistle Pig. This is the Snout to Tail 10-year age cask finish. So what they do with this is, I guess it's 10-year age Vermont oak, 88 proof. It's smooth as hell. This thing is really good. And I guess what they do is they finish it in a cask that has two distinctly toasted barrel heads. So, thus the snout and the tail, and it brings everything rich from there into the whole barrel. So, it's kind of a cool way to do it. It's in Vermont oak. And I guess they toast those snout and the tail, and they throw it in there and let it sit for 10 years. Like, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So I guess Whistle Pig does a lot with their aging. They do a lot of cask testing and stuff like that. So this one's pretty good. I got to say, this does have a little bit, I wouldn't say smokier, like malt. I would say toastier, maltier kind of finish with that. You taste the cask in there.
Okay. And this is actually a bourbon too. So this isn't a rye like most of their stuff.
Well, I think this is a rye. I think they start. Let's see.
Well, it says bourbon on the bottle, doesn't it?
It's bourbon, but I think it has. No. Okay. So they used So I guess what they were doing, they used the same technique as they were doing with the rye to make this bourbon.
Okay.
And then they did the finish in the snout to tail barrel. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it, but that's what it sounds like to me. So
Close enough.
it's good. I gotta say, it's really good, really smooth. I would equate this to an Elmer T. Lee or a Buffalo Trace potentially, but not as sweet as Buffalo Trace. It's good.
Okay.
It's not a sweet bourbon. It's good, but it's not not hot. This is an easy drinking one. I gotta say, closer to Basil Hayden's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I would say this is worth the purchase, worth the extra $80 or so we paid.
Look at you. Yeah.
Look at you.
Not
And
too
then
shabby.
a few weeks ago, we went to I think I talked about it on the show, Horse Soldier bourbon. So they make a bourbon, and I guess it's made by the guys that started were soldiers in Afghanistan, and they were a horse brigade. So they actually had a horse brigade in there, and they got out of duty, and then they're sitting around, they like bourbon, and they decided, hey, let's make our own bourbon. So they started their own bourbon, and now they have a few restaurants. They're gonna build somewhere in Kentucky to be on the Bourbon Trail.
Okay.
But I went to one of the restaurants that's in St. Pete here probably about a month and a half ago for my daughter, her birthday. And I tell you what, it's freaking phenomenal. I could send you some pictures. I was like, wow, a bourbon place makes a really nice restaurant. You go to that place.
Yeah, that's a really nice kind of tie-in. Was it like a steakhousey place or just a?
It was a steakhouse that it's really good steak. I wound up getting short rib, and I tell you what, is to die for.
Nice.
I gotta say, it was some of the best food I've had in a very long time, especially down here. It's not New York City. It's not, but I tell you, it was really good. And the bourbon, the place was pretty. They had like a whole bar, and you'd have to make reservations at the bar too. That's how popular this is, which is what I like to see. Like, they're doing well, they're making good product, and they're that busy. But behind the bar, it was all window, and it almost looked like a little bit of an arch window, almost like you see in like a train station, like
Okay.
a nice big window. And behind the window was the big copper still. And then that was where they actually distill. And it was really cool because it was like a backdrop to the bar. And I was like, this is pretty cool. I'll send you a picture later. It's pretty neat. Maybe we'll post it on the website.
There you go. Nice.
I think I have it. I did post it to our Instagram.
Okay.
So it is on there. But I think I did post it. Well, if not, I'll post it. But yeah, that was good. So what do you got, Brian?
Well, you just mentioned Basil Hayden, and I was trying to. I'll be honest. I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. Trying to clear out the.
Clear out the stock.
Trying to clear out the stock, because I too went to Costco recently and was able to pick up some nice stuff on the cheap. So I was at a Costco that was in a state with no taxes on its booze.
Nice.
So I got not just a regular
Costco
Basil.
booze, no taxes. That is a win-win. That's a Michael Scott triple win.
You gotta love that. So I got the Basil Hayden, but I got the malted rye.
Mm.
I don't know if you ever had this one before. This is pretty good stuff. I usually like ryes. I like the spiciness. I like the flavor. Prefer bourbon usually, but this one from the good folks at Basil Hayden's pretty good. Now, I am not the
Is
guy
that on the
who's-
sweeter side? Because rye to me tastes a little sweeter.
This one isn't. It's a little sweet, not too bad.
Nice.
It's got the nose of a little cinnamon, vanilla,
Ooh,
herbal mint. It says, and
herbal mint.
you know, it's a very like smooth rye. It's at 40% ABV. This is
How would
one
you
of those, like,
compare that? So you
live-
said cinnamon. The one that triggers cinnamon for me is Blanton's.
Blanton's? It's
You
not
ever
quite that
Blanton's?
good. That's for sure.
Yeah, but Blanton's always I taste a little cinnamon in it. So I
Yeah.
like that flavor. Like that's good.
Yeah, it's cinnamon. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Blanton's is really good. This is a little more. I don't know. It's, I guess spicy, the right word, but like the minty. There's a very subtle mint.
Oh, there's little herbal
Yeah.
stuff in there.
I think maybe it's from the malting of the rye, but
Hmm.
it's tasty. It's really quite smooth, very easy to drink. This is
Nice.
a nice one if you're looking for if you like Basil Hayden's like their general line of stuff. This one fits right in there with a again they did a bunch of different ones in that new line. The toast one I know is really good.
Hmm.
There's one they have like it's like a port wine one that's quite good. And this one
Was
is
that the New World one?
I don't think so. I think it's called port something
Oh, okay.
or like double port or something. I'm not sure, but this one it's just as it's in the same family and it's a really nice flavorful drink.
What setting would you enjoy that other than a podcast?
I think ideally like a fall evening on the deck,
Mm.
putting like one of those first nights we put on a nice heavy sweatshirt,
Fire pit?
fire pit for sure. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I think
Barbecue and fire pit.
that's where this probably works best.
Damn. See, we don't have that down where I am at. It's
No,
hot
we
all the
don't.
time. It's just when it's just hot or very hot. That's it.
But you could
I wish
imagine.
I had those cold nights. I can
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah. When I travel,
imagine.
I get that.
There you go. So yeah, basil malted rye,
Nice.
good stuff.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Well, speaking of good stuff,
Let's go to ski news.
Michaela Schifrin receives her honorary Ivy League degree.
Damn.
Yeah. Joining the likes of the great William H. Cosby. An honorary degree.
And every doctor out there. Well, you're a doctor. I'm seeing you for the skin rash I have. Are you as trained as Michaela Schifrin? Can you ski really well too? She's a
That's right.
doctor of skiing.
So Michaela shall henceforth be referred to as Dr. Winningest ski racer of all time. On June 15th, 2025, Schifrin attended the 2025 commencement ceremony at Dartmouth College, where she was awarded a Doctor of Humane Letters degree. The degree is an
Nice.
honorary one usually given to individuals who for significant contributions to society in fields outside of traditional academic fields. She was awarded the degree for building a legacy beyond the slopes, teaching us how to go beyond our comfort zone and reminding us that it is not how we fall, but how we get up. Dartmouth is proud to award you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, said Dartmouth President Cian Lee Bylock. So her father attended Dartmouth, class of 76, and ski raced for the school. He also later worked at
Nice.
Dartmouth Hitchcock Hospital as an anesthesiologist. Schifrin made an Instagram post about the degree and honoring her father. The commencement ceremony coincidentally took place on Father's Day.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
That's a
She
good
said, "Hey, Dad,
story.
I received an honorary degree from Dartmouth today. Who'd have ever thought we'd have two Dr. Schifrins in the fam? One went through 12 plus years of school, one skis down a mountain." Felt a bit closer
That's
to
pretty
you in the
awesome.
past 24 hours for the first time in a really long time, so I'm grateful for that. Happy Father's Day. I miss you always, she wrote.
See, now if I was her, I would get the fucking doctor license plate, park wherever you want. Just push it like you're a medical doctor. Like, excuse me, I'm Dr. Schifrin. I need to can we get an orderly here? I need to, do some stuff. Like,
Yep.
I like that. Or have everybody on the ski team refer to as Dr. Schifrin. Dr. Schifrin.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
we-
funny if they did if she it made somebody call her Dr. Schifrin now.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Her come out gear would be like scrubs, like it's the whole thing, and then take
Yeah,
them off.
she has like spider scrubs she wears.
That'd be good. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Just freaking Dr. Schiff. She's got to get the hat thing, like where they wear for the surgery, like that little thing that they put on their head. Just kind of go out and do interviews after in the doctor scrubs.
I wonder if we could find a university to give us an honorary doctorate.
It's got to be somebody like, I don't know, Jamaica, Kingston University or something like that. Somebody would hook us up. I mean,
there's got to be some university that's got a sense of humor and who can appreciate the genius, the work of what we have done with this podcast over 10 years. We gotta start soliciting universities for an honorary degree.
So the only problem with that is that usually comes with some kind of something called an endowment,
like a payola.
Which I don't know if I have that kind of scratch. I'm endowed, but I don't have an endowment.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm saying, right?
There you go.
While I'm well endowed, I am not going to put my well endowment into you.
What happened was,
had I thought about cryptocurrency a little bit earlier in my life, or I don't know, in saving money, like not so many video games, not as much weed. Like there's a lot of things that I could have done better. So
if you had a doctorate, you might have worked a bit of a different life.
That's right. I think this might be a lawsuit. Like they're keeping us from reaching our full potential by not giving us a doctorate. I think Harvard would give anybody a doctorate right now. Like they're getting blasted. Columbia too, right? Why not? Yeah. Hey, I'm not on the pro Hamas, the anti Hamas. I don't know. I'm no Mas. But how about giving us a degree? How about that?
I'm sure we can find some school. There's got to be
good PR.
Well, like Montana State, they could probably hook us up. Do we have any people?
Fuck Montana State. I went to App State. We hate Montana State.
How do you guys even hate each other? You're like on different sides of the country.
No, it's 1AA. 1AA football. That's the bracket. Montana Grizz would face the App State. See, this is the weird shit that goes on.
Is it Montana or is it Montana State that you hated?
I think I hate them both. I think it was Montana, but I hate Montana State too, maybe. I don't know. If they give us a doctorate, I would love them so much better.
Boise State.
Boise State. Do they have the blue the blue field?
Yeah,
I like that. That blue field fucks up my eyes when I watch it, though. It really does. I'm like, this is weird shit.
It does.
I feel like I'm watching football on Mars.
Yeah.
But I would think that would be red then, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's blue. It'd be blue.
Well, we got to start reaching out. We got to start reaching out to different universities because I think I need an honorary doctorate.
I think we need Cambridge.
We could just
we need to go across the pond and get a UK university to give us some love. That'd be great. Look at the ski market. Come on.
Let's see.
Hey, we got a lot of following, I think, in the UK. We know friends. We know people.
We got people.
We got people that know people.
Speaking of knowing people.
So Vail announces a leadership change. So they are changing the guard. Let's say, so they announced that Rob Katz, current executive chairperson and former CEO, has been appointed CEO of the company. Katz, age 58, succeeds Kirsten Lynch, who has stepped down as CEO and director of the board. Lynch will remain on the advisory board to the company for an interim period to facilitate a smooth transition. So as Vail Resorts continues to execute its strategic priorities and transformational initiatives, the board believes now is the right time for this leadership change. So
this is all like adorable talk for she sucked. We weren't making any money. We're bringing the guy back who invented the Epic Pass and made us a ton of money.
It's either a bloodbath or one of these niceties. Like, this is a nice firing. So we're pushing you out, but you're stepping down. So whatever. So I want to see where this goes. So he's the guy with the Epic Pass that kind of pushed that whole thing, right?
He was the architect of it. Yep.
So I want to see where this goes. Like, I wonder what the direction is, because Vail has become like, while they still have a stronghold on properties and amenities and resorts, like their big thing is the Epic Pass. So
Yeah.
I wonder where this puts the company. Like, I don't know. My speculation is I eventually see the Epic Pass splitting off into a world of its own. But I don't know. It could be a company unto a company.
You would think they would spin off the Epic Pass as its own thing?
I don't know. It depends on the financial, like, so they could spin it off to its own thing, right? But it would still be associated with Vail. Like, they'd still get the prime deals with Vail. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if Kirsten is getting like an Epic Pass for life as part of her severance package.
I want to know this. That's a good point. I want to know the severance.
Yeah.
Like, do you get like she probably has a house up in Vail. She probably has a lot of stuff already there, but like, yeah, lifetime Epic Pass. That'd be great.
Yeah. I was just kind of looking at AI to give me some pluses and minuses about this. And the pluses were proven leadership experience. I mean, Katz was the head of Vail from 2006 till 2021, overseeing huge growth and innovations like the Epic Pass. So yeah, Epic Pass expertise revolutionized the industry with the advanced commitment model. Investor confidence. When they announced his reappointment, the stock surged 15%.
Wow.
Operational
Well, he's never been
turnaround
that
potential.
far from where he's at. Like, that's the other thing you got to remember. Like, he's been around
Yeah.
since, right? So
The minuses are interesting. Lack of clear strategy. So what's their plan? And they've recently had minus 1% in Epic Passes and lift ticket visitation. Industry maturity challenges. Past controversies. During his first tenure, Vail faced criticism from labor disputes, overcrowding, and perceived monopolistic practices. Operational risks. Vail's recent earnings showed mixed results, with a 10% earnings increase but only 1% sales growth. And also high expectations pressure. So there's a lot of things that we need to see in terms of how this is going to play out. I told you guys, was it months ago, a year ago? I'm like, I'm very bearish on Vail stock, and it has not been doing well. So
Blue Horseshoe is bearish on Vail.
Bearish on Vail. I don't know, man. If the economy,
I think it says something about him being like more of in a passive role. So that never plays well when you're taking a leadership big change.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, you read these press releases and you're like, this all sounds like bullshit. Like, what's really going on? What's the real?
Yeah, and when you read these, like, it's kind of a fun exercise to look and figure out what they really are saying, right? So if you look behind the scenes, what they're probably doing is, how do we explain this that we're chucking somebody out and throwing somebody like as a Hail Mary in? Like, I don't know. Like, this is how they spin it, right? In a lot of words, eloquently put with a description and a story, and this is what they're selling you. So if you're a shareholder, you got to take it for what you think it means, right?
Yeah. And always remember that Vail cares more about its shareholders than it cares about skiers and snowboarders.
They have a legal responsibility, right?
Fiduciary responsibility. Yep.
Right. Which is legal by SEC rules, that if they do not act in favor of the shareholders, even if it's better for the environment, better for the patrons, better for everyone. They still have to act on behalf of the best deal financially for the shareholders.
That is right. And they're not even doing a very good job of that. So
Just
we
saying.
shall see. We shall see how things play out at the beginning of the upcoming season. Well, speaking of seeing how things are going to play out, Marcel Hirscher cleared to return again.
Damn.
With wild cards, Olympic hopes, and a point to prove. So
Shit, yeah.
Marcel is back again. The most dominant male skier in Alpine World Cup history has confirmed he will return to competition for the 25-26 season, fully cleared by doctors and supported by a rare wildcard pathway created by FIS. Just 6 months ago, the Dutch-Austrian's icon comeback appeared over before it began when a training crash on Austria's Reitelam in December 2024 ended his first season back from retirement after a torn ACL in his left knee. Now 36, Hirscher says he's completed a grueling rehabilitation program and is ready to make one more charge at the World Cup circuit and possibly the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina.
Boom.
Hirscher's return, both last season and now again, has been enabled by a controversial but game-changing new rule from FIS. In July 24, FIS introduced a wildcard entry system allowing retired skiers with exceptional past achievements to bypass traditional qualification retirements.
That's the Lindsey Vonn clause and Marcel, right? That's how
Pretty much,
Lindsey is
yeah.
back on there.
To qualify, an athlete must have won an overall World Cup title, Olympic gold, or World Championship gold, or at least 5 World Cup races and a discipline title. They must also have been retired for at least 2 years, but no more than 10. The rule, inspired by wildcard systems in sports like tennis, was created to allow iconic athletes to return directly to top-level racing without accumulating FIS points through lower-tier competitions.
That's awesome.
Obviously, with 67 World Cup victories and 8 overall titles, being the most dominant ski racer in history, he was the clear test case. He had 17 wildcard entries approved for the 24-25 season. When his season ended just weeks into training due to injury, FIS opted to preserve those unused wildcards for 25-26. His comeback attempt had been framed as a one-season project with special focus on the 25 World Championship in Saalbach, his home region in Austria. The dream ended during giant slalom training when he slipped and suffered an ACL tear. But he will again compete for the Netherlands this year, his mother's homeland, after switching allegiances from Austria during his comeback last year. He also returns as founder and ambassador of Van Deer Red Bull Sports, a ski equipment company he launched after retiring in 2019. We're heading into our first Olympic winter at Van Deer, he said, and we're all working toward a shared goal, making our skis and boots better for racing. That's why it's clear to me where I can contribute most, right at the heart of the racing scene as part of the athlete team. So no official race dates have been confirmed, but Hirscher plans to resume snow training in September pending medical sign-off. For now, he's relishing the return to full-strength training and a second chance to finish what he started.
Dude, I love that.
Tore an ACL in December and has been cleared 6 months later to fully train. Like that, it's so incredible thinking about how, like, you think about like ACL injuries like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And you were out for a year plus. And now it's 6 months. Like that's
if not sooner, right? They do some crazy shit.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny too, because you know we mentioned Marcel and Michaela in this episode with big news, and both good news. And we actually had the one podcast we did in December where like that the story was Marcel and Michaela, both negative stories because they were both injured. So
right, they're going through rehab and shit like that.
Ebbs and flows, strikes and gutters. Like this is all, we're on the upswing now. There's positive things happening.
But what's important about this and what I love about it is they're changing that rule because if you've been a contributor to sport, you won it in the past, why not, right? Mm-hmm. Now, recently I was talking to somebody, I'm watching the Masters, right? Golf. And I'm like, so you look at some of the Masters stats and you see some old timers like still in there. I'm like, did they qualify? So the Masters has, if you won the Masters ever, you have lifetime entry into the Masters.
Nice.
So think about that. Like I think who was it? Gary Player or somebody was like way past his prime, but he's like, shit, I could still play here. I'm coming. If I make the cut, fine. If not, I'm playing at the Masters every damn year. And he's so proud of it. And it's like, why not? Just freaking go. So I like that. They should always get that. Like if you're 90 years old, you won the World Cup once, you're in the World Cup. You're in there. You might be last, but you know what? You're racing.
Throw your ass down the mountain, right?
Shit, yeah. I could be a snowball coming down the mountain, but I'm doing it. Why not?
Go.
It's about honor.
It's true.
Honor, respect.
I like that.
Then again, real competitive downhill skiing is different than playing golf. Just saying.
I could only imagine, like,
Just saying.
like Franz Obermeyer, like going down the Hahnenkamm, 105.
Oh my God. We have a corpse flying down the mountain. Like, how old was he when he died? Like 99 or something?
No, it's still 105. Isn't he still alive and kicking?
I thought he died.
No.
It's horrible.
How dare you?
I'm fucking horrible. So if anybody knows me, I'm horrible with who's alive or dead. I'm like, Bob Hope, alive. He's alive, right? No, he's been dead for a while.
I thought Bill Cosby was still. I'd ask you if he was alive or not.
You thought he was
before
dead.
The podcast.
Somebody, is that a premonition? Are you like?
Well, I confused him and OJ.
You were channeling OJ, and you were thinking Bill.
I called him Franz. That was a huge error. It's Klaus Obermeyer.
Klaus.
Yeah.
Klaus Obermeyer. So yeah, he was born in 1919.
Yeah.
Damn, that old bastard is still going.
Good, because he's skiing. That's why he's still alive.
He's pounding. Skiing. He's pounding it. That dude he's getting the ladies.
You better believe it.
Love that. Fucking love that guy.
Yep.
You know what show I'm quoting when I say that guy does something. Silicon Valley, that guy.
That's right, he does.
That guy does it.
Skiing Lederhosen. Like, it's a beautiful thing.
Fucking, that could be your thing. Dude, you do the World Cup. This is what I want to see. When people get so good that it gets very like level playing field, like it's very hard to see. I want to see the separation of your brand. I want to see somebody skiing Lederhosen the entire World Cup. Somebody like WWE personas in skiing, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Luchadors. The Luchador ski team. You don't even know who's who.
Or you go full Shane McConkey, just go naked.
That's right. Naked.
Right?
That's fine too. Nature boy.
That's right.
Woo! Woo! Get out personas, you get out fans. That's what I'm talking about.
Love it. So yes, Marcel, best of luck this year. We'll be following that closely once the season starts in the fall.
If you want an interview opportunity, we're offering. Just saying.
That's right. And that wraps up the old ski news. So now we're into the main topic. And to be honest, we don't have much of a main topic. It's the middle of June.
We are the main topic.
We are the main topic. You know, the snow is falling down in the southern hemisphere. But let's be honest, Mario and I will not be going to the southern hemisphere to ski. We're going to be in hot North America. And let
me ask you, how do you feel about seeing all the videos and all the snow falling elsewhere? Do you get happy, sad? I get a little bitter.
You know, I used to get bitter, and I gotta be perfectly honest. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I just really want to have a chill summer. I'm actually looking forward to summer more than I think I ever have since I've been in like school. You know, when you actually had like a real summer vacation.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm going to Vegas in a few weeks. And we're going with another couple, just gonna have fun. Like we ski with them, the whole thing. But I'm talking to him. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna do Vegas, whatever." I'm like, "Dude, I will sit at a table and just gamble for like 12 hours. That's what I do. Like you and I, You're one of the people. There was 3 of us walked into the Rebel Hotel, and 12, 13 hours later, we got out of the tables and we were all up. Like it was fucking magical. So I've told him that story, but like we're talking about like, vacation wise, I'm like, I do too much stuff. I need a time to shut down. Like it would be great to like go and do nothing. And I mentioned something like it would be great to like go to a Buddhist monastery and just freaking be there for like a month and nobody says a goddamn word. And he's like, he looked at me like weird. He's like, you really could do that? I'm like, yeah. I said, I could hike, ski, do whatever I want. And you know what? Nobody's yapping. Everybody shuts the hell up. I would love that. That'd be the best vacation ever.
Yes,
It's just saying.
I totally agree with you. I just need maximum downtime this summer. I'm just trying to just recalibrate, like just refocus, just shut down for a bit and just kind of reprioritize because it's been like a mad like 5 months this year so far.
Are you doing the Rook thing again? You did the
No.
Rook last year?
Yeah, the Ruck Challenge. No, I didn't do it this year. I couldn't. I was actually away for my son's hockey tournament.
Nice.
I'm just tired. I'm just very tired.
And we were talking about trying to do the spin-off, the hockey podcast. That might happen.
Hockey Dad podcast. Yeah, it's become like another life now, and it
takes
great.
on a world of its own.
But it's been a lot. I mean, just the things you experience and encounter, and it's been eye-opening, but it's been fun. I don't know how it's going to change my ski season. It's definitely gonna impact it in a way. But I am excited about everything in the fall. But I'm really trying to just do a lot of nothing this summer, which I know it's not going to happen. But if I can get a couple of days at the beach without the kids, just quiet, me and my wife, like
nice.
That would be wonderful.
So let me ask you, summertime's hitting, right? You're thinking about skiing, you're doing all the stuff. You got 2 kids. They're little, right? 5 and what is it?
8 and 5.
8 and 5.
Well, they're turning 8 and 5 this summer.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow, I thought they were even smaller. I'm horrible with ages again. So I'll look at a kid that's like 5 and be like, they're 3. You know what I mean? Like I'm always lower. Like I look at kids that are like, they're 18 and I'm like, what are they, 12? Like that's a good thing to have though. Cause some guys are the opposite way. And like, that's bad. That's creepy bad. But you're looking at the summer, you got the little kids, you got stuff going on. How are you keeping in shape? And how are you making plans for ski season? Or are you making plans?
I can't even think about that at the moment. I gotta focus on again just surviving, chilling. I gotta get a hockey schedule, and then I have to base my ski season around that.
Workout opportunities. You working out at home? Do you work out while the kids doing stuff? Like how do you work that in?
I honestly I try to do it during my workday because I am uninspired by my job, my full-time job. It brings me zero joy. I use about 25% of my brain capacity there. So I try to make sure I'm doing other things at the time, like day trading and exercising, and
dude, that's awesome.
Trying to unlock my true mission on this planet, which I feel like I'm getting closer to finding. But yeah, I right behind where the mountain behind me is, it's actually a green screen, and on the other side is the gym. So I got all my free weights, kettlebells, all that stuff. So
I gotta go to an office. I gotta put fucking pants on. That's horrible. Like I get pissed off every time. I'm like, you guys made me wear a shirt and fucking pants. Like, I don't like that. Like, there's 1 day a week. I should probably push my 2 day a week like I can. But like 1 day a week, I work from home, and it's like I had to put on a collared shirt, but like party underneath, like business up top. You know what I mean? It's like the mullet. Business in the front, party in the back.
I got you.
But yeah, just trying to fit stuff in. But I gotta say, like
this summer,
I gotta say lately, so I got a fucking Aero Garden going. Like and it's not weed, it's just herbs. We're cooking a lot. Like we are cooking the shit out of stuff. Like I made so today I was rushing because I got home from work. I was rushing to make chicken parm. Like a whole thing of like, and I don't make like a little chicken parm. I make like a ton of chicken parm at once and like freeze it, whatever. Like so today was chicken parm day. It was like I was
Nice.
sweating it out for about 3 hours cooking. But it
Goddamn.
comes out like better than restaurant quality. Like there's a few restaurants that I'll go to. And like I went to one last week and I was like, damn, they got a good chicken parm. But it's few and far between. You know, we're down here in the South. So there's different things you could find. So it's like you get good pasta, chicken parm. I'm growing my own my garden, like just all these little side projects, and then trying to focus on other stuff. So yeah, I'm surviving, just kind of going from one thing to the next, doing a little traveling with the son, hockey kid too. Just shit in the summer is just it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, but we planned a vacation. We're gonna do 3 days in Vegas, and I'm like, I haven't been to Vegas. Like they kicked me out of Vegas like 20 years ago. I haven't been back. Like I was going a lot. I was going about 4 times a year. I was getting wine, champagne, perks, pick up at the airport. Like it was great. And then it all ended when I sobered up. I went to rehab.
You broke the casino. They
Broke the
wouldn't let you
casino.
back, huh?
They wouldn't let me back. So I'm going back
Back.
now. I've changed my identity. My face is not
They
recognized.
don't recognize you anymore. Beautiful.
You know, new IDs, total new personality. Everything's different. So
That's the
I
way to
could
do it.
roll in there like covert. So yeah. No, so that'll be good. Gonna do that. I really got to start working out. Really got to start working out and concentrating on. So my plan is, so originally it was, let's do something cool, maybe Japan this year. Financially, I looked at my finances. I was like, nope, not going to happen this year. Next year, it's going to happen.
Next year,
So
okay.
next year, not
26 into 27.
Not 25 into 26, 26 into 27. So it'll be technically 26 would be December of 26. It's going to be 27, January,
Yeah.
February, probably.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I got to pay some shit down. There's little kids running around. There's this stuff doing. I got priors. I was just saying. But no, I think so. I'm going to do that. So this summer is going to be trying to take care, trying to figure out a way to start working out. That's what I'm asking, because workout's tough to fit in.
Just got to start. That's all you got to do. Tomorrow morning, first thing.
Yeah.
Start doing something. Bang out some body weight squats, some push-ups.
Yeah.
Like just start doing body weight stuff. Get you back into it. Jump on the bike.
It gets real easy to get out of it and do like work stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
so you got to put it in perspective. Work is work.
Work is work, and you can be fired at any moment. Your meat vehicle, you are stuck with your entire life. So you might as well take the best care of it you can.
That's true. That's true. And then we got some podcast stuff going on. So we're preparing for Snowbound already. And I think we got to go big and we got to go hard in Snowbound. So I got ideas for like, we need new cards. We need new giveaway things. We need like some stuff, maybe some swag, maybe some leave behinds, so figure that out. We're going to do trying to set up some interviews. So I think there's going to be some focus in the next month or two on the podcast to get it where it should be. Right.
Yeah, we need to kind of breathe some life into it, because it's sort of been on life support for the last couple of months, but we are aware of that. We understand, and we're looking to kind of re-crank it up and get it back to where it was a couple of years ago.
Well, we still love our supporters, but I guess during this time, it's been a struggle, like mentally, like thinking about the podcast and like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Like, where's it going? Like, and I think it's good because I'm seeing some other stuff out there with other podcasts, and they're kind of imploding, right? So we didn't implode. We've just taken a little slow roll, and then we're still going along. Like, but there's some podcasts that are like, oh yeah, they hit it hard and they do the 5 episodes and then they're like, we got nothing else to talk about, or nobody wants to hear us.
Gavin
right?
Newsom,
So,
Michelle Obama.
exactly. So it's great. You got maybe 5 podcasts in you, and then you're like, I have nothing else to talk about. So I think we're a little different. We got a little bit more to talk about.
We persevere. We're like cockroaches. We're like ski cockroaches.
That's why people like us.
That's right.
Are we the professionals that are all toned up and put together? Absolutely not. We are the imploded people that are just kind of, hey, what's up, man?
Keep it real. We persevere.
That's right.
We still fight. We still have fight in us.
Urban Ski Week.
Urban Ski Week.
So I got to look that up. I'm actually going to try. So that was another idea. So here's the thing. My wife and I throw out a ton of ideas. And then we're like, well, let's see what happens. So I was like, yeah, we're definitely going back to Gatlinburg for skiing. And it's like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. So everybody knows by now, I throw out a ton of ideas. We'll see what sticks.
Yes.
But the plan is for Christmas, Gatlinburg.
Okay, nice.
Gatlinburg driving with the dog, because the dog has to see snow. That's my mission. Dog see snow. Kids that have never skied go down and ski over Gatlinburg.
Okay.
Magical.
I like that.
Jeans, skiing, the whole thing.
Yeah,
Fucking
whole
crashing.
thing. Dollywood.
Beautiful.
Everything.
Beautiful. I may do a helicopter because there's nothing else to do there on the ski slope. Just flip one out. I don't know.
I like that. Yeah,
Dollywood has to happen too.
I'm excited about the summer. I'm more excited about the fall. But yeah, we have some work to do, and we're gonna get it done. And it's going to be I don't want to say revival, but yeah, we're gonna get things back to where they used to be.
I think we should plan a revival at Snowbound, Boston, 2025.
Sacrifice a chicken or something.
Dude, something's gonna happen. Saran's gonna sacrifice your chicken.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, that could happen. We gotta do something big. Snowbound's gonna be big this year.
I'm excited. It's gonna be
spoke
good.
to those folks. It's gonna be huge, and I think we're still on the end. We're just covert on the end. That's how we roll. Everybody knows us.
Yep, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good summer. I'm excited. I don't know when our next podcast is gonna be. It probably won't be. It'll probably be the next week or two.
We're
gonna keep the momentum going. 2-3 weeks.
2 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
But we really do appreciate you sticking with us, and hopefully we can make it worth your while and get this thing cranked up where it used to be. We're still having fun. We just haven't got them out as often as we wanted to, but again, we're looking to get this back on the track that we were on before. Again, thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate it. Check us out, skibumpodcast.com. Send us an email, skibumpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on the socials, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Untapped. We are at Ski Bum Podcast. You need gear. You want to get in shape? 10,000.cc. Use the code BSchneider15 for 15% off. Thank you again so much for listening. We do appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys in the next week or two.
Stay high, stay fluting.
See ya.